Je to jen malé muzeum na jednom z poloostrovů v norském hlavním městě. Je to vlastně muzeum jednoho tvrdohlavce, který se stal díky své tvrdohlavosti jedním z největších norů světové historie. Je to muzeum člověka, který se nevzdal. A je to muzeum, ve kterém už prý mnoho drsných chlapů plakalo. Pojďme se podívat proč. Thor Heyerdahl se svými teoriemi postavil obecně přijímaným teoriím kulturní archeologie, etnografie a mnoha dalších věd. Postavil si hlavu a tvrdil, že obyvatelé Tichomoří nemuseli přijít z Asie. Tvrdil, že dávní obyvatelé světa cestovali přes oceány a že mohli do Tichomoří přicestovat z Jižní Ameriky.
I think that we Norwegians look at him as very brave because he followed his dream. He followed his ideas, and everybody told him that it was impossible, but he did it, and that is universal. That goes through every time and through history. Follow your dreams, and challenge the science, and challenge the established truths about history.
Historické pravdy se začaly otřásat, když Heyerdahl ještě s 5 dalšími dobrodruhy postavil vor z balzového dřeva a v roce 1947 se vydal z Peru přes Tichý oceán. Uspěl. Po 100 dnů ztroskotal na útesu Raroja. Možnost dávných cest přes oceány tak dokázal. A jak se ukazuje až teď, dokázal nejenom tu možnost.
He was proving that it was possible to do it. In his days, there were no scientific proofs. Many believe that it was no scientific proofs. He only did it through making an experiment. But now, there are more and more reports in scientific magazines and publications about the DNA, because in our time, we can prove it by DNA, and that is proof. And now, 2 years ago, 1 year ago, there was a big article in the scientific magazine Nature proving that it was traces of DNA from South America on Easter Island and in the Pacific. So we think, and we applauded, and we know that Thor Heyerdahl is turning in his grave and applauding, because now it's proven that it is trace of prehistoric DNA in the Pacific before the Europeans came.
V muzeu Kon-Tiki tak najdete především vor Kon-Tiki, respektive jeho podstatnou část. Drsné přistání na útesu nepřežila například chajda a musela být postavena znovu podle předlohy.
In our time, we discover so many new things through this new science, and also it also proves or supports Heyerdahl's main theory that it's only one planet, it's only one civilization. If we have challenges, we have to solve them together. There are no borders, and our prehistoric forefathers, they were traveling, and the oceans were not hinders, they were not barriers. It was routes where they could travel, or also they could escape. They could escape from collapsing cultures. They escaped. So it was, in our times we are discovering that early civilizations had much more contact, and it was inspired by each other in a much wider extent than we have believed before. And that's very interesting.
Kdo někdy četl Heyerdahlovu knihu, bude v muzeu minimálně lehce ohromen. Zažil jsem to na vlastní kůži a jak se dozvídám, nebyl jsem sám.
Many people come here and say, "Wow, look at this small raft. He could not swim, he could not sail, but he went over the world's biggest ocean with 500 other men." And that's, but and he was convinced that his theory was right because he had found a sweet potato out on other things, and I have worked in several other museums, and this museum, it's very particular because I experience people coming almost every week saying, I've read all his books, he's my greatest inspiration, this man made me be an explorer, be more curious, and challenge, and follow my dreams. And they start crying. So this is a very emotional museum for many people, actually. And they tell us this. This is a man that changed my life.
Vor Kon-Tiki kromě fotoaparátu, vařiče a radiostanice nevezl žádné moderní technologie. Když Heyerdahlovi radili odborníci, že ručně dělaná lana cestu přes oceán nevydrží a prasknou, neposlouchal. Nepoužil doporučovaná lana ocelová a to zachránilo výpravě život. Jak se ukázalo, neustálým vlnobytím by ocelová lana rozřezala vor na kousky.
Here in Norway he was controversial. He was controversial because many researchers thought that he was wrong. He was discussing. He was stubborn. He had 3 wives. He went his own ways. Yeah, and he was elected the most famous Norwegian in the last century.
Výprava na voru Kon-Tiki je Heyerdahlovou nejznámější expedicí. Ale tenhle dobrodruh mimo jiné dokázal, že Galapágy byly objeveny dávno před Evropany, zkoumal Velikonoční ostrov a pozval na něj i českého badatele Pavla Pavla. V muzeu Kon-Tiki ale kromě slavného voru najdete i druhou zásadní Heyerdahlovu výpravu. Expedice Ra a Ra 2. To když se rozhodl dokázat, že staří Egypťané byli také dobří mořeplavci a že mohli cestovat přes Atlantik. No a na druhý pokus se mu to v roce 1970 dokázat podařilo.
Also a very interesting experiment that he also had at the Ra expeditions was that the crew was conducted by 7 people, a Jew from USA, a Muslim from Africa, a Christian, a Catholic from Italy, and also people from different religions, different nations, different cultural background. And they didn't have the same language. They couldn't speak any language that was common. To prove that people can live together on a small space over a long period and have the same goal and collaborate. That was also a very interesting experiment, and that also proves his spirit in a way, that we can solve things together. It's only one planet, it's only one civilization, it's a small planet in the universe that we are living on, and today we have a lot of challenges to solve together on this planet, because the ocean, it's not 7 oceans, it's one ocean. And Thor Heyerdahl always insisted on saying that. It's one ocean. It's one ocean. And the air doesn't have any borders, and so doesn't we, our civilizations that are living here. There are some that are trying to build borders, but history tells us that this doesn't work. If we have to solve our challenges, we have to do it together.
Některé z Heyerdahlových teorií se potvrdily, u dalších se potvrdila jejich možnost a jiné na své prověření teprve čekají. Představte si, že přišel i s tvrzením, že Kolumbus objevil Ameriku 2krát, poprvé už v roce 1477 a podruhé tak už věděl, kam jede. Jestli Heyerdahlovi vyjde i tohle, celý svět bude pořizovat nové učebnice dějepisu. Nakonec mi omluvte použití nesalonního výrazu. Thor Heyerdahl patřil mezi nemnohé, které pojmenoval Charles Bukowski slovy: svět patří těm, co se neposerou. Thor Heyerdahl se neposral. A že něco nemůže zvládnout, šel a zvládl to. A budoucnost mu dala za pravdu. Od největších objevů světa nás tak dělí jen to, zda se posereme. Konec používání nesalonních výrazů.